Hey everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Hey Mr. Steve. Hey Junkyard. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Hey Farming Life. Yeah, we had a great day. Hit every red light driving home to catch the show. Yeah, if you're ever in a hurry, it seems like all the lights and everything slows you up. I think it's like 91 degrees today here. Made up for it on the straightaways. Hey Yorkshire George, appreciate you coming in. Everything's going good here. We finished up baling the hay Friday. Had a oil line to bust on the tractor, and luckily I caught it. It was spraying on the front tire and I was able to see it. We got it fixed and finished baling. My son's doing good, Mr. Steve. We all went down to the beach. He was wanting to go to that no-P car show, truck show thing, so we all went down with him and as a family and spent the weekend down at the beach and come back home this afternoon and get back in the fields tomorrow. If y'all guys would and gals, shoot us a thumbs up if you don't mind. As soon as we get the hay moved out of the field tomorrow, we're gonna go ahead and spray it with liquid nitrogen to try to, I think we got a chance of rain Thursday. We might wait a day or so to be closer to the rain to put the nitrogen out. Hey Michigan hay sales. Got rained out on your field, so here you are. Yeah, like I said, I think our next chance is like Thursday. Thursday or Friday there's a chance. But I want to get the hay moved off as we're cutting this on the second cutting so we can get the nitrogen put back out faster to try to get a better third cutting. But my son's doing good. He's just a little teeny sore. His hand's the main thing that's sore now. His right hand and wrist is giving him more trouble than anything. It's been a really heavy rain for 2 days. No, we haven't had any rain here. At least probably 10 days or longer. And the one before that 10 days was just enough to mess you up trying to bale hay or something. It wasn't enough to really count in the rain gauge. We normally put out like 24 gallons to the acre of 24S liquid nitrogen. Wish you had more hay to bale. If you was closer to me, I could put you on some hay to bale. we could solve that wanting more hay to bale pretty quick. Hey Scott and Gerraldfarms, I appreciate y'all guys coming in. You just put a sticker in the mail. Thank you, Mr. Steve. I'll try to remember to go check the P.O. box. I forget to go check that thing. I really forget that we've got the P.O. box. The only good thing about that P.O. box is there don't be no bills in it. That's the kind of mailbox we all need. Hey, Mr. Clint, how you doing, buddy? Probably be a few days. Yeah, that's the good kind of mailbox when you don't have to worry about bills showing up in. Yorkshire, England. What time is it where you at, Yorkshire, George? It's 8:31 here. So what time would it be there? Yeah, I wish the bills didn't come in none of them. For none of us. We got another vehicle that we'll probably show y'all a video on maybe one day this coming week. 1:30 a.m. Hey Ag Wild. Well, I sure do appreciate you staying up at 1:30 to be on here and chatting and hanging out with us, Mr. George. Hey AJ, hope all y'all guys are having a good weekend. You made it in for a few. Good deal, buddy. We're glad you made it by to chat with us. Yeah, we picked up a car for my son to drive back and forward when he starts tech school or college, whatever you want to call it. His truck is so bad on gas for him to drive to school 4 days a week, and it's right at an hour each way. So I'm gonna want to service it and go through it all and check it out good, so we'll have make a video doing that one day this week. Got him, it's a little Honda Accord. A little Honda Accord. I think it's got 104,000 miles on it, I think. To be sure to get better gas mileage in his truck with them big mud tires and the lift kit and all he's got on it. Yeah, I just drove it a while ago I test drove it when we went and looked at it Thursday night, I believe we went and I test drove it, and then they brought it home. My wife and him went and got it Friday when I was baling hay, and then we left. And I just drove it while I go to the store for the first time. Work transportation, yeah. That's what I told my wife. When he ain't driving that thing, I'm gonna drive it. Put me get somebody to wrap it with the Gerraldfarms YouTube channel on it. That way, when he's going somewhere, people will find us on YouTube. Hey Rick, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for about my son. Yeah, he's doing good. He's out and about and been doing good, and just his face is not bothering him too much at all now. His right hand and wrist is still sore pretty good. He's wearing a brace on it. Hey, Mr. Monty. Appreciate all y'all coming in and chatting with us for a few. If you would, if you haven't, shoot us a thumbs up and share it out. That's what I hear other people saying. If you know how to share the live stream out, share it out. I'm asking y'all to share it, and I don't even know how to share it. Plans for the next week, I'm saying. Yeah, we're going tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get my baler and stuff moved, and I got to get the hay moved out the field where we baled Friday. We got all the we finished baling what we cut. I've got a video already put together. I just got to make it public for y'all. It's all in one: cutting, tethering, raking, and baling's all in one video. Been raining there for 2 days. Hey Gordon Bright, appreciate you stopping in. How you doing? Northeast Ohio farmer. I'm doing good. How are y'all doing? We're gonna get the hay moved, and then there's a chance of rain Thursday. So I want to get nitrogen sprayed back on that farm before the rain gets here. Still learning how to share y'all. I still got a lot to learn too, guys, and I get a lot of help from y'all. Hey 69 Druth. Yeah, I get a lot of help by asking questions and clicking buttons. A lot of times I'll just start experimenting and clicking, and sometimes it works out, and sometimes I have to start all the way over. "13 acres of first cut and finish, 20 acres of second cut." We cut whatever day that was. My son Rick, I cut 25 acres that day, and then was cutting for my buddy, like I told y'all in the live the other night, the little special live. I started helping him cut a little, but we finished it all up, and that was Friday. Missed a train on this technology stuff. I did too, Gordon. I've just gotten lucky by clicking the right buttons and stuff and experimenting, because it wasn't, not even 10 months ago, my wife was still having to help me put the videos up. But it's like anything you do, the more you do it and experiment with it, it gets easier until they make changes on the other end, and then you have to relearn it. Or you try different software. We've tried several different things to edit with, but I always end up going back to my phone. That's probably because that's what I learned. That's how I learned to do it on. What I learned to do it on. Your kids help you. Yeah, mine did too. And then once I said I tried other software and stuff to try to make it better and have more stuff that you can do, but it gets over my head and I get confused and give up on it too easy probably. Right now, Monty, I use iMovie. I just use iMovie on my iPhone. You tried the PCM but never have time to sit down. Sit down and do it, yeah. Like I said, I really would like to be able to do stuff better and do more things with the videos, but it's hard to find time just to do it the way that we're doing it. And I'd be scared that we're gonna mess something up and lose the footage, and then you won't have nothing to show. Thank you, Mr. Steve. We do try hard. Not movie producers. That's true, 69. Have a good eye for placing the camera. Thanks, guys. That makes me feel like a Hollywood producer. I did order me some brackets where I can try to use the GoPro some, because we do use the GoPros in the race car videos and stuff. For a South Carolina boy, I do all right. So I ordered some more brackets to try to use some of the GoPro footage too, because I can mount it in different areas and try to get some little different angles instead of because now any footage you see, if I'm doing hay and stuff, I'm holding the phone in my hand doing some drywall before the night's over. Appreciate you coming in, Gerraldfarms. Have a good week, buddy. And now that I figured how to get the footage from the drone card and the card out the GoPros to my phone to edit it in my phone, that's simple to me now, so I don't have trouble with that. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be using my GoPros in the farming side of it too. You invited him to talk with us? Good deal. Invite anybody y'all want to come in. The more the merrier. I like this little Sunday chat and hanging out with y'all guys and gals. Are you far from LaGrange? If that's for me, George, I don't know. I've never heard of it, but it might be to somebody else commenting. Yeah, who dat? 3020 new channel. So there's, hey Ted, hey buddy, how you doing? If you just come in, I'm glad you stopped in. So the name of the channel, Scott, is Who Dat 3020. If they in here, I didn't see them. You still use your phone for everything too? Okay. Yeah, Monty, I've got a. First, I tried to buy uh, like a knockoff one, and it wouldn't work. I couldn't get it to work. So I went to a Best Buy and bought one, an Apple one, a SD reader for my iPhone, and it's simple. You just turn your phone on and have the card into the reader. When you plug it up, it pops straight up and gives you several options to import, to watch them or delete them, whatever you want to do. And that, like I said, makes it easy for me. Because it puts them right in my phone. Then I can take them right into iMovie and shorten them up, slow them down, speed them up, cut out the parts I don't want in. It's free. LaGrange is in North Carolina. Post stamp. Hey Ralph, how you doing, buddy? You on the road the weekend? I've heard of a LaGrange, Georgia, I think, Yorkshire, Georgia, but not North Carolina. I run into that same problem, Ted, with the storage in my phone. It fills up fast. LaGrange, Texas is a place also. You have an Android phone and sometimes you use a laptop to edit. Your phone has more storage than your laptop. Yeah, mine, I don't even remember what size my phone is. It ain't real big on storage because they cost too much. I think it's like 64, 68 gigabytes or something like that. But I do have two of them now. Well, my last new one burned up on a Saturday. I bought the one that I'm on right now. I bought it to do the live, and then Apple made the other one good and sent me another one. So I do use both of them to record and for storage. Nah. We're doing good, Ralph. My son got in a wreck on his dirt bike last Wednesday right at dark and give us all a scare, but he's doing good now. We done a little special live, I think Thursday night or Friday night, one of them nights, to update everybody how he was doing. Lately you've been making short videos on your phone and uploading them to YouTube. Okay, Ralph. I figured you did. Yeah, man, as a parent, y'all, that sure scared me. I just hope he learned as much from it as I did. If he learned a valuable life lesson from it like I did, then it'll be a good deal. 512 in your phone. Yeah, I thought about getting an Android phone, Rick, so I could just put a bigger card in it. Where on the Apple phones, you can't put a card in it. You have to buy a bigger storage phone, bigger phone. You can't use a card in it. I wish Apple was that way. Because I think the camera and stuff does good on the iPhones. I'm not sure about the Android or Samsung. I'm going to try to get one of y'all local guys to come over one Sunday night and hang out and be on the live with us, like my son was the other night. Mr. Soybean said he was going to do it. He said it in a comment one night to me. I really like to get one or some of y'all to come sometime that's close enough to come. Ralph, your mom's buried in Lexington, North Carolina. The new Samsung cameras is bad. Make the videos. Delete what's on the phone. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do too. I record it on my phone, then I'll do the editing and stuff, and then I'll have to save a copy of it to my phone. Then I can upload that copy through the YouTube Creator app. I think I go through the Creator app. You do everything from your phone or your iPad, right? You're gonna get your passport and show up on one of these Sunday lives. That's right, Scott. Tell you, we got to pump him up. We got to get another fellow YouTuber on here with me. Kaufman. You just changed the editing software last week. What kind of software are you using now, Ralph? I've tried a couple different ones, but it gets over my head real easy, and I get panicky and give up on them too soon, I think. Miss Steve, I think Scott's is out of North Carolina. I'm pretty sure. Give me 1 second, guys. You use the UCut app? I don't know that I've ever heard of that. Tell you, let me write that down. I got it wrote down. I can try it now. King Master. Let me write that down too, because I like to try stuff. Scott's about 3 hours from me. Yeah, that's right, Steve. And if you do it when it's cool weather, I'll tag along with you on a few of the stops. They have a free one, but it don't offer much. Yeah, if you wait till it gets real cold at your place, and you can come and do your tour, and it won't be near as cold for you. Use Power Direct Rick. Yeah, I've heard of that one. That might be one of the ones that I've got now to try. And I think me and Brian from SLC is going to try to do the drone class together and split the cost on it. Me and him talked about that a time or two. I think Mr. Steve sent me and Brian the link to the class to get you ready for the test, because I want to get it so I can put my drone videos on the Gerraldfarms channel without feeling like I might get in trouble. Next time you go to Myrtle Beach, please let me know. I said I'm only about 40 minutes from there, and I can get there quick. My wife and my family likes to go every weekend, and a lot of times I'll do other stuff just to keep from going. But if y'all ever that direction, let me know, and I'll surely meet you there. Only available on weekends. Well, that's good, Scott. That's when the live stream is on Sunday. That's the weekend. I'll come up to y'all's place. We'll do the live at y'all's place. It's a lot of fun getting to see the difference in how other people do stuff compared to how we do it. Like when we went to Mr. David and his place and Brian's place, that was real neat, and I had a good time. I just hate that the day goes by so fast. By the time I drive there and spend 2 or 3 hours, I've got to drive back. Might head southeast next spring. Sounds good. Bring that race car with you, Rick, and I'll put some laps on it for you. I do. I told you I wanted to meet you. I just can't run off at any given moment. Yeah, I even called you right after that, Ralph, when I was chasing the Ashley truck to see if it was you coming through my area. I don't never see an Ashley furniture truck in my small town. There's not many that I know either, Ted, not right in my area. Like I said, Mr. David and Brian. I did meet another fellow YouTuber at my local Walmart. I met him and trying to talk about doing a little something with him, but he's off the chart compared to me. He's wild and does a bunch of pranks and stuff like that. But we still might work out something and get him to come on here one night. I'm sure he'll want to do it. He's close by. And I did meet another guy at the racetrack that does editing and stuff for like a Horry Georgetown Technical School. He's doing something with editing, and he does something about Spider-Man stuff. And he's actually out of the Myrtle Beach area. And he actually makes short movies too, I think, is what he was telling me. Short film or short movies. You saw a local YouTuber at the gas station. Anybody planning on cutting any hay this week? You Smoky Mountain hiker? My son's doing good, buddy. His face is just a little sore. And the main thing that's bothering him is his right hand and his right wrist. That's still hurting pretty good. He's wearing a brace on it. But other than that, you know, from the scratches and bruises and stuff, he's doing good. Any YouTubers in your area? I know when I first started and was approaching other farmers and stuff about recording some of their stuff to share it with everybody, that a lot of them didn't like the ideal. But now, after talking to them more and explaining that how it helps people and how a lot of people has never seen some of the stuff, and more of them's inviting me to go show some of their stuff. Yes, sir, Scott. Young people do heal up a lot faster than we do. The travelers, you only saw one, but many wave. Yeah, man, if that thing would have slammed me in the dirt like that and busted me up like that, I'd probably still be laying in the bed crying. He was wanting to go to work the next day. Be in the hospital, you right? I'm sure. Yeah, he was wanting to try to go to work the very next day. He couldn't even use his hands. On that live the other night, he couldn't even open that Gatorade bottle or nothing. I reckon it's good that he's an 18-year-old and wanting to go to work, though. That seems pretty hard to come across this day and time to me. In my area, little small area of the world. Yeah, he starts technical college on the 12th, and he goes 4 days a week, and he's going to still try to work, I think, 50 some odd hours a week on a job and go to school 4 days. He's going to try it, but me and his mom's done and told him that the school's got to come first. I think that's going to be a little bit too many hours on him to try to work and go to school full time. Yeah, I got an email a week or two ago from somebody saying something that they was YouTube or something. But no, I'm not gonna try to give out my information. Yeah, I think it's going to be a little too much on him. I think we're going to try to get him to if he, work him 20 hours or something, and that way he's got to have some rest time. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought if it was really YouTube that they wouldn't need my permission to get into my account, they could just get in it as they wanted or needed to. Gordon, you're right. A lot of kids is gonna be in a shock when they step out of from under the roof that's provided for them and have to start providing. It's gonna be a real life-changing experience for them. 3 times this week. Dang, they tried it 3 times this weekend. Wow, that's. But I reckon they working hard trying to get something for free. Instead of sweating for it, they want to take it from you, I reckon. I reckon that's the new way. Very happy with your boys. They're all working. That's all you can ask just about, Mr. Scott. Lady YouTuber fell for it. After we got paid, they sold her channel. It took forever to get it back. Well, was she able to get it back though, Ralph? I mean, did YouTube or something step in and help her get it back? That was kinda in the back of my mind when I also started that second channel. So if something was to ever happen to my Gerraldfarms channel, that I could kinda have a link to get back up with some of y'all. Because if something was to happen to this channel today, it will be hard to remember so many's names to try to get linked back up with y'all. And then now we busy with trying to make the hay and stuff, and I barely can make videos for this channel, let alone a second channel. But I do keep putting a little something on it to try to keep it active. And I still haven't been able to figure out how to put a card in my videos to link to my other channel. I still can't figure that out. People started showing Fox News, pulled down the copyright claims. It will be hard for somebody to take your channel if it's like on a lot of my videos is me. How in the world will somebody else claim that it wasn't me? But I reckon if they got the passwords and all and can, or I don't know. See, that's what I said. I'm not good at this electronic stuff. It just seems like it will be a clear-cut case if somebody was claiming my channel was theirs, that they could see me and see that it ain't them that's doing it, that it's me that's putting the videos and in the videos and in the live stream. But okay, she gave them the password though. That's right. Hey, Colbeck Farms. Appreciate you stopping in and chatting with us. It's your twin brother. Copy the URL. Okay, how do I find the URL, Rick? Hey, who dat? 3020. Scott's Farming was just telling us about you, buddy. I'm glad you stopped in and chat with us. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all guys and gals coming in and chatting with us on Sunday nights. Sure do appreciate it. Let me write your name down too, so I can check your stuff out. Who dat? 3020. All right, who dat? I'll do my best to check you out, buddy. Yeah, I like the internet for research and stuff too, and YouTube when I'm working on stuff. I find a lot of helpful stuff on here. Yorkshire George, I appreciate you coming in, buddy, at after 1 o'clock in the morning. Have a good week. We do the who dat? We do the live stream every Sunday night from 8:30. We usually go about an hour or so, and we just be chatting on farming, racing. I mean, whatever the people's commenting on or asking about, I'll try my best to answer. But like this week, the main goal is to get the hay moved so we can get liquid nitrogen put on them fields that we cut last week before the rain gets here Thursday. Appreciate you coming in, Gordon. Have a good week, buddy. And yeah, 3:30 is coming early, knocking hard. That's a good part about doing hay. You don't have to really go too awful early unless you're getting stuff ready, because we generally have to make sure the dew's dry before we do anything. But the cows is a different story, because the cows don't mind what time they tear a fence down or a tree falls on it and they get out. But we did make a video this week with us cutting the hay and a little bit of tedding and raking and baling. I'll probably drop that video Tuesday probably. You come on, Monty. I'll have a beer, buddy. You bring in the truck and the trailer and help. Yes, sir. Yeah, like I said, the hay part is just stressful because of the weather. And like I said, we don't usually work too early. We work late trying to beat rain, but not at 3:30 in the morning and stuff. But the cows, you don't know when they're gonna decide to get out. Hey Jay Tyrex, your name is hard for me to read on my phone every time, buddy. And I'm sorry I butchered your name up. Want me to go in depth about the liquid nitrogen? I'll try to do it on this coming week as long as we're able to get it sprayed. I'll try to explain on it why we use it and stuff. The first video we ever done on YouTube, we were spraying a cow pasture actually. It's gotten a lot easier to be in front of the camera since then, and easier to talk, and it's still hard on the live streams. The live stream to me is 10 times harder to do than a video, because like when I'm sitting here and there's no comments, and if I happen to lose my train of thought like I do a lot, and 10 seconds to me sitting here of dead time feels like 5 minutes sitting in front of a live camera, where if you record and making a video, you can always just delete and or record it again. Video on the tobacco picker was interesting. Yeah, I plan to go back and try to do a video on them filling a barn when they're putting it in the barn, putting their pens and stuff in the box, and then try to do a video on them taking a barn out and pressing it into the prep forms, whatever they call them now. Yeah, Monty, you're right. When so many of y'all guys work full-time jobs off the farm, and that's amazing to me, how y'all able to get as much done as you do on the farm when you're working a full-time job off the farm. Always lose your train of thought. Yeah, I probably ADD too, or whatever it is. Hey Mark, appreciate you coming in, buddy. Everything's going good. My son's doing real good. It's just his right wrist is hurting him a little still. He's wearing a brace. And we're going to try to get the hay moved out of the fields tomorrow that we baled Friday. And we busted an oil line on the tractor when we was baling, and luckily, that thing was spraying on the front tire and I was able to see it. If not, it would have probably run itself out of oil and I would have ruined the motor on my tractor. But somehow it was hitting the front tire and I was able to see it. I think we lost a quart of oil is all we lost out of it. That was so lucky, y'all. I see Steve there went that train of thought. I was talking about something else or had something else on my mind, and shoot, she gone. Smoky Mountain Hiker, buddy, I appreciate you coming in. Have a good week, buddy. No, we ain't getting no rain here, buddy. The next chance is Thursday. Yeah, the next chance is Thursday, and we're going to try to have the hay moved so we can spray liquid nitrogen right ahead of the rain. The humidity's been a little better this past week though. Rather be lucky than good. Yeah, because I don't know how that thing was spraying on that wheel. I have no idea how it was hitting that wheel, but that's what saved my tractor. Wow, he put his dirt bike through a cattle gate. Yeah, somebody was saying earlier that the kids bounce back a lot faster than they've got to, y'all. Like I said, if that thing would have threw me like that dirt bike slammed him in the dirt. Farming is your blood. Your wife don't mind to seem to mind too bad. I really enjoy doing it. I mean, it gets hard and it's stressful. And I try not to let my farm stresses go in my house. I try to keep it all to me. You know, and leave it outside when I go in. In South Carolina, we in South Carolina, who that, where you located? Yeah, I try to keep it separated because when I have a terrible day on the farm, I don't like to let that spread over into the house at night. But sometimes I don't have no choice. I rely on my wife a lot to help me make decisions. She's very good, you know, with helping me make good decisions. Middle Tennessee on a dairy farm. Hey, Dan Fike. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. We was up in Tennessee July the 4th. We normally go up there about once a year to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Got to meet a couple YouTubers up there. Farm all walk around. I must have missed that video. Hurricane Katrina put you dead out of the dairy business. Then he passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy, about your dad. I know the hay's a lot different up in Tennessee. When they cutting it and smelling it and, you know, just seeing the fields riding by it looks totally different from ours. I tried to find a farmer that was in a field where I could actually talk to somebody and get some footage of their hay, but I wasn't able to run up with nobody. It smells sweet. Their hay smells sweet like a tobacco sweet, like a cured sweet tobacco is what their hay smells like when they bale it. No dairies anymore. Yeah, no, I don't think that I've ever seen a dairy in the area that we go. And we do get out on a bunch of back roads and ride. See some barns that could have used to be dairies though, now that you say that. Co-workers that grow tobacco. Yeah, that's what my family done up until the 80s. my family farm tobacco, and I've still got buddies that do it, and I try to keep making a few videos on their fields and the processes that they use. And it's a lot different than when we used to do it, because most of ours was rack barns. And right at the end is when they started switching over to the box barns. We did have some of them, I do remember them, but the main thing I remember was the rack barns. I remember my cousin's 3 years older than me. We would try like a competition if we could put the top rack of tobacco in by ourselves, and we was able to do it. And I was probably 10, 11 years old. I was able to put a rack on the top. I don't remember what it's called now. And slide it in. Timothy and alfalfa smell great and freshly cut. I posted a few videos here in the past month or so. I think it's in a playlist called Corn, Cotton, and Tobacco Update or something like that. But there's a few of them in there. Rack barns, yeah, that's what I remember. Coastal, we mainly grow coastal hay here. Coastal Bermuda, same as you. Thinking about interseeding some alfalfa in it in a small field. And some of our cow pastures actually have bahia, which everybody here calls it highway grass, but I think the proper name is bahia. And I did know the number of bahia that's in the pasture. Actually, the cow pasture that I show y'all, them cow pastures, them two, has bahia in them. And it does a pretty good job. It responds good to nitrogen and fertilizer. It does even better if you're able to keep the cows off of it sometime, but sometimes we can't always rotate bahia. I think the best I can remember when we had it planted, it's not much different nutritional value than coastal. It is a little less. It's a little less than coastal, but I don't remember the exact. But if you bale it up, it just don't stay pretty in the bale as long, or it don't for us. It tends to brown up and darken faster. But we have the cows love it. They love it too. We still want to get a wrapper, a single bale wrapper. I want to try a single bale wrapper so I can try to make some baleage. And if my baler don't work, my buddy's got one that will bale baleage for us to try it. Because I can't find nobody around me with a wrapper to try a small amount. So I'm thinking we're going to be looking into trying to find us a single wrapper that we can try to do some. So, because we can't, sometimes it gets hard to put up dry hay here. You see different areas of it spread, and it will spread. It spreads a lot faster here. I said, I'm pretty sure that's what they plant on the sides of the highways. Now, like I said, which number of it, I don't know. But there's a lot of different varieties of it. And some of it has more matter, organic matter on it than others. And some of it just has the stems with the the little two shoots at the top with the seeds on it. What kind of bell are you running, Monty? It wraps around the starter roller. Yeah, we've never really tried. I've been tempted though, when I cut a field close to home, to go back like that same afternoon and just try the bale, one bale of it wet, and just to see if my baler will do it. John Deere 330. Yeah, like I said, I've been tempted to, next time I cut somewhere close, to run over there with the baler and just try one or two rows just to see if it'll do it. And nothing else, just go ahead and take it to the cows and feed it to them wet. Because I don't have a wrapper yet to wrap them up. I think it was Mr. David telling me that you can get ag bags or something, or single reuse bags that you can slide the bales right in and tie them up. Be right back. But I ain't never tried it, and I want to though. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Thought about it. Hey, Mr. David. No, some horse people don't like Bahia. You're right. That'll clean it up. I think Chaparral will burn it up too. Because I actually sprayed it in a hay field that joined up to one of my cow pastures, and I sprayed right up to the fence. The cows was in the fence and the hay field was on the outside, and it killed a bunch of the hay on the inside of the fence. So there's a lot of people around you that, yeah, the guy, when I was in Tennessee, he was telling me that the hay is very, very dirt cheap up there. I mean, like $15, $18, $20 a roll. If that's the case and you in that area, you probably definitely don't want to mess with hay. Unless, I don't know how their hay is so much cheaper than ours. But the guy we rented the cabin from was telling me, because he had horses and bought it. Gotta wrap it so tight it breaks the shear bone. I wonder if the price is that low because there's so many people doing it, or why. I wonder why the price is that low. $35 miles west of Nashville on 840. Your average price around here is probably $50 to $55 a bale. If you're buying a lot from the same person, it ain't unheard of to get it for $40 a bale. And a lot of people sell it for $60 a bale. So that's why I said an average would be 50 to 55. That's what I told when I was talking to the guy that we rented the cabin from back at the beginning of the month. And he told me that. I told my wife to make sure if we ever decide to move up to Tennessee, to make sure we don't try to sell hay and buy groceries. Because it will be hard to even break even that price. I don't know. And that's with my old equipment, with all my old raggedy wore out stuff. If we had new equipment with payments on it, I definitely could. I mean, that would, I don't know how they do it. I just at a loss. Square bills, and the people pick it up out the field for $6 to $7.50. That's good. People charge around $18 to bale it, cut it, and rake it. We normally charge between $15 and $18 here if I bale for somebody else, if the hay is nice and thick. If it's real thin, then we'll charge a little bit more a bale, so we can at least pay for the equipment to be out working and the fuel, and have a little bit of jingle in your pocket. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna shut it down. It's been a good bit over an hour. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in, hanging out with us and chatting. And I look forward to seeing y'all next Sunday. Y'all have a good week. Thanks for supporting Gerraldfarms. Have a good one.